What's up, guys? I'm going to show you some videos of the Ham-on-Rye matches that I did. I'm playing Rug Delver, and so here we go. I hope you enjoy. I'm going to play my island. Nothing else I can do, so pass it. Opponent plays a mountain and lava spike, so just going to mental misstep that. Drew a Black Lotus. So here he tries to resolve a Howling Mind, and I figured I don't really want to give the burn player any card advantage, so I just spell pierced it. There's a Ponder. Kept a Force of Will. Maybe I should have shuffled, try to hit another land, but I'm not really sure. There's another Lava Spike. I'll let it resolve. I'm at 17. Chain Lightning. Let that resolve. So there's a threat. I'm going to play it. Hopefully I won't have to... Nice. Yeah, so he tries to destroy it with a lightning bolt. I mental misstep it. And he flips off of a Dig Through Time. And I'm just going to get my beat down on. Hopefully my opponent won't be able to kill it. Or a Gush, which isn't that great since I don't have another land. But I'm guessing it will be good. There's another Howling Mind. I Force of Will it. And Chain Lightning. So I get rid of my Gush since I don't have another land. And worst case scenario, I can always crack this for Dig Through Time. So I figured that was the one to pitch. Probably wrong. Like I said, I'm not experienced with Vintage, so a lot of times I don't know really what I'm doing. Cast Dig Through Time. He Fire Blasts me down to 6. So I grab Force of Will and Preordain off of my choices were 2 Lightning Bolts, Dack Fade, and Treasure Cruise and Young Pyromancer. So I think I chose right there. There's another Volcanic Island. A Preordain. Kept the mental misstep. Pyroblast Pie isn't that good against a mono red deck. So he casts Keldon Marauders. So it'll deal me 1 damage when he enters or leaves the battlefield, and he can hit for 3, and I'm at 5, so I countered it with Force Will. There's an Ancestral Recall. Drew 2 lands and a Force Will, not good at all. And he casts Price of Progress. Deals damage to each player equal to twice the number of non-basic lands that player controls. I never went up against Burn before in a Vintage match. I had no idea that they played a card like this. I don't know if it would have changed. Maybe I wouldn't have countered something. Kind of had to counter Keldon Marauders, so I don't know. But that was game 1 of round 1. So I'll be back for game 2. Alright. So game 2, opening hand, got Strip Mine, not that good against a mono red deck, but he might get stuck on maybe 1 land. And I have 2 Delvers, Young Pyromancer. No counter magic though, so maybe this is a mulligan. Not too sure. I don't like to mulligan with a format I'm not familiar with, just because I don't really know what to mulligan to. So I just kind of want to keep every hand. Test the field, get familiar with the format first. So there's a Figure of Destiny. He flips off of a Flusterstorm. So I'm going to attack in. And then I'm just going to destroy his mountain. I figure it's the right place since I don't want him to be able to pump this guy to a 4/4, then an 8/8. Kind of banking on my opponent keeping a 1-lander. He didn't. So he pumps into a 2/2. Draw Force Will, that's good. Play another Delver. There's a Keldon Marauder. I'm not sure if this is something worth countering or not. It seems pretty bad. Hits for 3, deals a damage when he comes in, damage when he leaves the battlefield. So I don't know. I feel like it's worth countering. Maybe I'm wrong. Delver flips off of Preordain. Opponent's down to 8. I Preordain. Find my land drop in another Delver. So I'll play the Volcanic Island. He plays Barbarian Ring with a threshold. If he has 7 or more cards in his graveyard, he can activate its threshold, dealing 2 damage to target creature or player. Right now he has 2 cards in his graveyard. He attacks me for 2. And he bolts one of the Delvers. I draw another Force of Will. And I play Young Pyromancer. He Pyroblasts my Delver. I Force of Will it. He double Pyroblast. So he won that. But I still have a Young Pyromancer. For now. Anyways. Figure of Destiny is now 4/4. He's at 3. I'm at 8. I draw a Scalding Tarn. So he's down to 1. He casts Fire Blast, dealing 4 damage to me. And there's nothing I can do. Storm counts at 1. And yeah, he'll have 2 lands to pay for it. But he doesn't even take that route. He just sacks his Barbarian Rings. Yeah. And killing me. So, lost round 1. I'll be back for round 2.